Hello, Victoria. We are super bummed that you're not here. It is not acceptable at all. So I hope you're getting better and resting well. Here is what we're doing today in class. Here's the assignment, and I'll show you 4.7. All those problems look like a lot, but each one is very short. So you will see that they fly by. Here are the problems. May I look at yours? I'm going to look at Emily's book because it's anointed. She understands it, so it'll come through to you. 1 through 16 is right there. 19 through 34 is right there. 37 to 42, right there. And could you turn the page? Oh,
wait, to the page.
Turn the. Where does it start? 49. Here they are. Yeah, turn the page. 49 to 58 are right there. All right, so now let me show you. I'll get you started on number 1. The arc sine of 1/2 is number 1, and that is saying, in other words, where do I find an angle that has a sine, which is the second coordinate on the unit circle, of 1/2? And I am only allowed to look in the first and the fourth quadrants. So here's my unit circle. Hang on to your hat. All right, so where do I find, looking in the first and the fourth quadrant, where do I find an angle that has the second coordinate of 1/2? So I'm looking for a second coordinate of 1/2, and there it is. So that happens at pi over 6. So the answer to number 1 is pi over 6. Number 2, where do I find in the first and fourth quadrants a sine of 0? Second coordinate 0. So I come back here, and it looks like the second coordinate is 0 right there. So that is either 0 or 2 pi. But we have a restriction to stay within pi over 2 and minus pi over 2. So we put those on the board. Zoom back here so you can see them. So arc sine and arc tangent have the same restriction. They're in quadrant 1 and 4, but it has to be between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2, your answer. So where do I find a 0 coordinate, second coordinate, between pi over 2 and minus pi over 2? All that to tell you to pick 0 instead of 2 pi. They're the same value, but we must stick in the range required. So the answer to that is 0 radians. Let's do one for cosine. Number 3. Where is there an angle that has a first coordinate of 1/2? Cosine, you're allowed to look in the first and the second coordinate quadrants. So coming over here, the unit circle, where's there a first coordinate of 1/2? Not there, but there it is. What radian measure is that? Pi over 3. So that's the answer to number 3. Let's look at number 5 because tangents are a little aggravating. So number 5 is arctan of square root of 3 over 3. And we can't find that. Arctan is the second coordinate divided by the first. And we couldn't find that on the unit circle, so we're going to de-rationalize that. So, chalk, chalk, chalk. There we go. Sorry. All right, square root of 3. We're going to de-rationalize it, which means get the radical out of the numerator. So, doing that, multiplying by square root of 3 over 3, we get a 3 and a 3 square roots of 3. These cancel, leaving a 1 in the top. So now that looks a little healthier. So going back to the unit circle, I'm going to look for an angle that has the second coordinate divided by the first. That gives me 1 over the square root of 3. So here we go, round and round. Second coordinate divided by the first. I think it's that one. Let's test that. The second coordinate is 1/2, and the first coordinate is square root of 3 over 2. give it a try. So when I divide that by that, I flip the bottom fraction and multiply by the reciprocal, and I do get what I desired, 1 over the square root of 3. So what angle was that again? Here we go back. So that happened at right here. That's where the second divided by the first, it happened at pi over 6. So the answer to that one is pi over 6. All right, in like manner, I think you'll be able to get a good start on that lesson if you're feeling up to it. Hope to see you tomorrow. Get well soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.
That wasn't very